Seeing people regret voting for Trump is so annoying to me. I thought it was going to be kind of satisfying because it's like, I told you so. We all told you. But it's infuriating because we did tell you. We've been telling you. You had him for 4 years. You didn't realize that it was probably not a good decision. He told you exactly what he was going to do. Professionals said, hey, this isn't going to be good. This is going to negatively impact you. And y'all didn't listen. You still voted for him. We had so many celebrities, so many influencers out here saying, hey, vote for Trump, da-da-da-da. And now they're all backpedaling. And it's only because it's affecting you now? You didn't care that all these other minorities were being affected, but now that it's affecting you, now you care. Well, lucky for you, we're all just screwed now. So, that's great.
Are we all just waiting for this whole charade, whatever we're going through right now in the United States of America? We're just waiting for that all to collapse, right? Because even though we elected Donald Trump, he can only do so much because we have a bunch of Republicans in office that we put there, right? We put these people into office and they ain't doing shit. And y'all are going to say stuff like, oh, well, it's only been 4 months. It's only been 4 months. No. It actually hasn't. It's been since 2015. We are going on 10 years of wanting change. Because once 4 months is done, you're going to say it's only been 4 months. And then when it's 6 months is done, it's only been 6 months. How long are we expected to wait? How long? Is this just all part of the plan? Is everything in control? The Patriots are in control? No. And the sooner that we're all able to move towards the middle, right? As soon as we're able to move towards the middle, then we are going to smoke out the far right and the far left. But we all need to get in the middle.
I lost my job today. Why? Because of MAGAs. Because of Trump and his garbage. And those disgusting MAGAs. Thank you. I hope you all suffer because you deserve it.
I'll take things that didn't happen for 100, Alex. You got fired and immediately blamed Trump voters. Honey, Trump voters didn't clock in late, miss deadlines, or sass their boss. But go off, queen. Maybe your next job could be a full-time victim. With benefits, because obviously this martyr complex is the career path for you. Very bold of you to assume you lost your job because of MAGA and not maybe, I don't know, your attitude. But I'll be waiting for the next post where you explain yourself and give some victim mentality explanation. We'll be here waiting for you, but I gotta get back to work. So have a good day.
I voted for Donald J. Trump in the 2024 presidential election, and I am starting to regret my vote. When I voted for Donald Trump, I was under the impression that we would be getting rid of the undesirable illegal aliens. Now I have no one to work on my farm. What am I supposed to do? Pay them a living wage? This isn't handout city. I'm not giving these people no handouts. And how am I even supposed to do that anyway? I thought the plan was to tax the poors. Okay? I thought we were going to tax the poors. I make $25,000 a year. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them poors. But why did my taxes raise? I thought us good folks were supposed to be getting tax cuts. That was what I thought. Plus, I'm white. Why did my taxes raise, and why do I have no one to work my farm? I do not understand this, and I know that this was not what Donald Trump meant to happen. I know that he doesn't want us good Trump supporter folks suffering, but we are. Donald Trump, please reverse this. I'm a white person. I am not supposed to be suffering. It was supposed to be the Mexican.
When I tell you no truer words have ever been spoken than when he sat there and said that Donald Trump's brain does not work. Spot on. Because there's no way possible that anybody with at least one brain cell would have caused this much shit in 52 damn days. And I'm sitting here and I'm just wondering why you dumb ass folks that voted for this illiterate motherfucker decided that it was okay to put this felon in office. Donald Trump is a crackhead. And everybody know you don't allow the crackhead to come into your house, because you will wake up and the whole damn house will be gone. But y'all elected this criminal, this felon, 6-time bankrupt individual, still has outstanding bills that he owed from the last time that he ran for presidency. And y'all thought this was a good idea to give him the keys to the kingdom. That's what you thought. And now we're heading to a fucking recession. And the first thing out of your mouth is going to be, oh no, well, you got to break a few eggs before you can make that omelet. That's what he's doing. Bitch, don't play with me. Do not play with me. Y'all wanted to be able to say the N word in peace. You wanted to be better than black people. You're sitting up here deporting people all over the place because it's, oh no, they're taking all the jobs. I ain't seen one of your happy asses yet to get out in the field or to be on top of a damn roof or to do this, that, and others. But they're taking all the fucking jobs. Make it make sense. Then you're sitting your happy ass up here and it's like, oh no, we can't vote for Kamala. She's DEI. Bitch, you can barely spell DIE, okay? One more damn letter and y'all asses would have flunked out. But you gave the keys to the kingdom to an individual who can't read. You wanted to sit here and say he's going to bring the egg prices down. Bitch, they're higher today. I'm waiting. Didn't want the black woman. Highly qualified, educated black woman. Oh, because men were coming into the bathroom. I get it. I understand. Oh, because these people, they were saying they identify as this, that, and others. I understand. I tapped out when people started saying they identify as damn dogs. Okay? I tapped out. I get it. But you would rather have somebody that you can work with that would deal with compromise and make reasonable judgment than to have this toe-sucking ignoramus sitting up in a damn White House trying to pimp out Teslas. Oh, yes. Bitch, you're not Bob Barker. We do not need you to showroom no damn car for us. But this is who you put out there. And my ass is running around here crashing out all over the damn place because every day there is another shitstorm on TV. But this is who the fuck you voted for. Good job, you dumb asses.
Trending alert. Hashtag leaving MAGA. Are you people serious? There's literally that many people that regret their votes right now. I mean, obviously. But it's trending. Leaving MAGA. I mean, you guys have wholeheartedly destroyed America. And now you're doing a trend of leaving MAGA? Oh, did you make a boo-boo? That little boo-boo is causing a lot of issues. I mean, Trump and mainly Elon Musk. Did you vote for Musk too? Because I don't believe one person in this entire nation wanted anything to do with Musk. You better take every one of these little regrets on your little vote stuff, hashtag leaving MAGA, and do something about it. Contact someone and start the impeachment, okay?
I never thought in a million years that I would actually regret voting for Donald Trump. Listen to this, you guys. My job has been frozen. Okay, I was one of the top researchers in my department. And, I never thought the day would come when an unelected person like Musk would start digging into where everyone's tax dollars are going. I thought my job was safe. Okay, now, because of Donald Trump and Elon Musk, how are we ever going to find out if cats really hate dogs and dogs really hate cats? I mean, we were making groundbreaking work, okay? And we were on the cusp of discovering that felines and canines really do, at their core, hate each other. And now it's gone. It's all gone. I cannot believe I voted for this.
You think I like arguing with liberals on this app? You think I have nothing else better to do but to bash people within my own community? No, that's not the case. And what you got to understand is the Democrat elites have perfected the art of using the black card. And until everyone wake up to this fact, you will fall for the same trick over and over and over again. We're talking about the same Democrat elites who lied and gaslit the American people for the last 4 years in regards to Biden's health. And those are the same Democrat elites that learned that they can run on black politics. I mean, all they have to do is pander to you every election season, every 4 years, and make all types of promises that they know they don't have to keep because you won't hold them accountable. And they know you're going to vote blue no matter who. This kind of reminds me of the Hegelian dialectic. Problem, reaction, solution. They cause the problem because they know your reaction. And don't worry, they had the solution way before they caused the problem. And if you read their script, you'll learn their plot. Then you'll understand why every 4 years a black person is unalived by a white person or a police officer, and it gets national news. Meanwhile, a genocide has been happening in the black community for over 40 years, and not a word is spoken about it, not even by your black leaders. Then once you understand this, then you'll know why Democrats always pick a criminal to be the poster child for justice.
I'm going to say the meanest thing I could possibly say to these Trump voters posting self-pity videos because they're suffering due to his policies. Now, I don't do personal attacks, so I'm just going to tell you the truth, because sometimes the truth hurts. You don't get to complain. You definitely don't get to complain about the lack of leadership or ideas coming from Democrats, because we didn't do this to us. You did this to us. If you and I are driving down the interstate together and you reach over and grab the wheel and you steer us into a 200-foot deep ravine full of lava and sharks because you think big interstate is corrupt and you thought it would be funny to shake things up, when I scream at you as lava sharks eat our legs, you don't get to be mad at me for being mad at you, because it was my idea to stay on the interstate, and it was your idea that ruined everything for both of us. You don't get to ask what Democrats would do differently with the economy. You don't get to ask what Democrats are doing to help us right now. Those are 2024 questions, but we're in 2025 consequences. This era of the United States right now, this is about the president you elected, the cabinet secretaries your Senate confirmed, the cowering Republicans you elected to obey him in Congress, and all of the very real consequences resulting. We told you these things were going to happen and we gave you lots of warnings, but you grabbed the wheel anyway. If you want to know what Democrats would do differently, look at the track record going back to the Great Depression. Economic growth, job growth, wage growth, retirement plan growth, all of these things have been better under Democratic leadership than Republican. If you like these things, you vote for Democrats because it's what Democrats do. I don't care if you like the Democratic candidate. I don't even care if you understand how the policies work. And I'm not going to ask you if you believe me, because every chart and every graph that matters at the highest level for the middle class proves me right over the past 100 years. I'm only going to ask you that over the next year and a half, you come to grips with this fact so you don't make the same mistake again.
Hey there, MAGA regret. It is really, really happening. And I grew up in rural Iowa, just 1 hour away from Omaha, Nebraska. Both of my children live in Nebraska. Most of my family are in Nebraska right now. And so this is a really big deal for me. But you guys voted for this. And I don't want to go through the whole thing that everybody else is doing. What I want to talk about is decency. So when I grew up, and probably the same thing for boomers, if you broke something, you made up for it. So say you go borrow your neighbor's ladder and it breaks. You go buy them a new ladder, your wife bakes them a cake or a pie, and you express your sorry several times, and you feel bad. So now your vote, because you did not pay attention the last time or read Project 2025 or anything to point you in the right direction and show you what exactly was going to happen, this is the vote that you made. And so I see many of you coming on here crying fake little tears, but I have zero sympathy for you, because what are you actually doing now? Are you protesting in any way? What are you doing besides trying to get other people to feel bad for you? It's going to require action, and it's going to require you to really go out and mobilize and make a difference now, because you are the one who did the thing. It was you. You made the vote. It's affecting you now, just like it affects the rest of us. So what are you going to do? I'm really anxious to hear what you're going to do to make up for it. We are not the ones that did this. So again, how are you going to make it right? The people in the Midwest it's very, very important to make up for your wrong. So what are you doing to make up for your wrong? Write it down. What action, what mobilization are you doing? This is really the only answer now. I don't want to hear any more tears or any more bullshit. What are you doing? Thank you.
Antifa attacks Christians. Democrats are silent. Hamas supporters attack Jewish children at colleges, and Democrats are silent. ICE upholds the laws of our country, sticks to our Constitution, and Democrats call them terrorists. To be exact, they call them state-sponsored terrorists. Democrats, every single day, prove they never want to win an election again. Tim Walz, remember Tampon Tim? He wants everybody to be mean to Donald Trump now. Do we remember the last time someone said about being mean to Donald Trump? We had Butler. Can we just stop this nonsense and leave the president alone and let him do his job? Donald Trump is the greatest president that we've ever had. I'm sorry that you Democrats are upset that you can no longer take from the piggy banks called the American taxpayer. There has never been a time in this country's existence that the Democrats have done anything good for us, and they continue to just get worse and worse. Leave the president, Donald Trump, alone. This man is putting America first. If you don't see it, and you're singing songs that are, I'm not proud to be an American, leave the country. Why make it worse for everybody else here that's prospering and that's doing well? Last thing I want to hit is the Target protests. Now, they're protesting because of DEI regulations that Target isn't sticking to. Now, I'm not going to stick up for Target, but what I am going to do is say, all of you black people that want DEI in place, this is what's best for you to do. Take all the people that are protesting and open up your own business with them. Get loans. There's better loans for you guys than there is for white people. Get a loan, open up the business, and run it strictly DEI. Let's see how long you stay in business.
It's time to speak up. Well, it appears the joke's on me. It appears I have been the biggest fool alive. You see, before the last couple of days, I knew that there was a segment of MAGA who just hated, who just wanted to burn the world down, and they don't care who they hurt. In the meantime, I knew there was that section, but I really, really thought that most of MAGA just didn't get it. I really thought they just didn't understand. They didn't understand economics because it's complicated. They hadn't studied Project 2025, so they didn't know what was coming. But I really thought when he got in there and started doing the things that that hurt so many people, that they would realize, and that they would, but they don't care. Y'all have been telling me this for 2 months, and I kept saying, no, we just have to explain it to them. We just have. Now, I know there are a few, and I thank you guys. You make it worth sticking with this. But over the last couple of days, I had realized that the majority of Republicans do not care how many people are hurt. And they are exactly what Palpatine said. They're the ones he was talking about when he said he could unalive someone in public and they would still vote for him. I thought they just wanted lower egg prices. I thought they were struggling in the economy and it was hard and they wanted their lives to be easier, and they listened to that. And that's why they voted for him. But they don't care. They literally don't care how many other people in this world are hurt. See, the difference is I'm willing to pay more for my eggs. If it means no one in my country goes hungry tonight, I am willing to pay more for my eggs. If it means everybody can have an egg. But they really don't care. And I am heartbroken that so many in my country don't care. That so many won't go love their neighbor. But I want to thank those of you who are. You're the ones keeping me going. Go love your neighbor.
You know, when I'm having a bad day, it sometimes helps to find a story about dumbass Trump voters who are now finding out just how stupid it was to have voted for that criminal. And I came across a story from NPR just now. Here's the headline. A Maryland town wanted Trump to cut waste. Now it's a target. And when I saw this headline, I thought, oh, this has got to be a town in Western Maryland. And it is. It is a town called Emmitsburg, which looks to be, I looked at the map, it is a stone's throw from Pennsylvania. And if you aren't familiar with Pennsylvania, I lived there for a while. If you get outside of the cities, which is most of the land area of Pennsylvania is outside of the cities. It's a very rural state, big state. You might as well be in Alabama. I mean, it is hardcore MAGA. Anyway, so it's no surprise that this town is close to Pennsylvania. Let me read some of this article for you. Frank Davis saw a lot of waste during his decades in the federal government. In November, he voted for Donald Trump to get rid of it. So far, Davis likes a lot of what he has seen. Quote, I'm probably going to get shot for this, but he is doing what he said he was going to do, says Davis, who serves as mayor of his town of about 3,000 people in Western Maryland, just south of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. So, Mr. Davis here, Frank, is mayor of Emmitsburg. In March, the Trump administration suddenly canceled in-person classes at the National Fire Academy here, which trains the United States firefighters. Not only is the academy a big part of Emmitsburg's identity, but it also helps drive the local economy. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good, especially if you're mayor. Quote, it will change my outlook to say that they're not being fair, says Davis. Actually, did I skip something here? I did. Let me go back. Davis says the administration is reviewing the academy's operations, and he is hopeful it will restore classes. If not, he says, he'll see the administration somewhat differently. Quote, it will change my outlook to say that they're not being fair, says Davis, who also serves as emergency medical services captain at the local firehouse known as the Vigilant Hose Company. Quote, they're just going in to cut and not caring what they cut. Well, you know, Frank, where he says here, it will change my outlook to say they're not being fair. How is it that they're not being fair? Oh, yeah, I know. Because now they're cutting something that you benefit from. That's why it's not fair. If Trump was cutting things that only affected and hurt other people, you'd be all for it, right, Frank? Mayor Frank? You'd be all for that as long as it's not you who is getting screwed. Typical selfish MAGA. Emmitsburg voted overwhelmingly for President Trump in November. NPR interviewed about 24 people here. Almost all of them voted for Trump, and many said his plans to cut federal spending were a key attraction. Now they say they are puzzled as to why the administration would cancel national training for firefighters. Why would they do that? We voted for him to cut, but why is he cutting this?
So by now, I'm sure you've all heard about or seen something about Joni Ernst, the senator from Iowa who had the town hall meeting where she was asked by one of her constituents about them being pushed off Medicaid and losing their health care. And he made a comment and said something to the effect of, we're going to die. And her response was, well, we're all going to die. Well, Joni, we know that. We know we're all going to die. We all want to get to heaven and see Allah, Buddha, Jesus, whoever. But we ain't trying to go today, Joni. Okay? Okay. But that is the most disingenuous response I think I've ever heard to a question in a very long time. So I'm going to take y'all back. Remember a few years ago when Steve Scalise got shot? He got shot with an AK-AR. I'm not a gun person, so I don't know. Don't be coming for me. Anywho, he got shot multiple times, actually. You know where Steve Scalise is today? Alive. You know why he's alive? Because he got some of the best health care that money can buy. And you know who paid for it? We did, with our tax dollars. And not only that, but you know they get health care for life, right? Like when they leave office, after they done been there, you know, they get that for a very, very long time. Long time. Anywho, it is just so horrible that she would say something like this when she supported the nomination of RFK, who has gutted healthcare. He's doing away with research for cancer, not only for like us, but for children's cancer as well, right? USAID, there goes any research for AIDS and other highly communicable diseases. Vaccinations for our children are gone. So we already have one of the highest infant mortality rates in the world. So I can only assume it's going to go higher. More kids are going to get sick because vaccines are not necessarily going to be required. But I mean, that's a choice. That's on y'all. But, you know, and then he's cutting funding. So Narcan will no longer be provided. So y'all addicts, y'all, if y'all overdose, that's it. Because some paramedics ain't getting no Narcan to bring you back, right? No more back to life. Nope, not going to happen. This is today's Republican Party. This is it. This is it. And then we're just supposed to accept the fact that we're just going to die. While these people in Congress, Senate and House, get to have health care while we have none. All I can say is the study that showed that 62% of Republican voters are on some type of Medicaid or government-assisted health care. This is what y'all voted for. And you're getting exactly what you voted for. I just feel bad that there are those of us that are going to have to suffer with you. But all y'all saw, all y'all cared about, he was going to deport the undocumented. He was going to deport all the brown people that are out here taking benefits away from you, knowing damn well they don't get that. Now, we can have a debate about the children of the undocumented who are American citizens that do qualify for certain social programs. That's a debate that we can have for another day. But right now, y'all need to understand that the fact that y'all voted for these people and continue to vote against your best interest when you have no health insurance, you got nobody to blame but yourself. That's it. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
So I admit I regret my vote for Donald Trump. I regret it because I needed these changes sooner. I needed the prices to go down sooner so that I didn't drain out my bank accounts and go into crippling credit card debt, so that when I had an emergency, I had money set aside. So when my son's glasses break, I could actually get him new ones. I can't do any of that right now. My car broke down, and so I'm in a friend's car just to work, to continue living paycheck to paycheck. I knew it was going to be hard, and that it wasn't going to come fast. I just wish that things would work out better. I really regret that everything is taking so long, because there's so much pushback, because I don't even know the reasons anymore. I don't understand why good things have to be trampled on. I don't know why good people have to be trampled on. I don't want a lot. I just want to be comfortable. I just want to not live paycheck to paycheck. I just want to be able to live and work. I work 7 days a week to not even make ends meet sometimes, and my car broke down, and I have a few $1,000s worth of repairs to do on it. My son's glasses broke, and I can't even take him to the eye doctor. I just want to get past the hard part. I want to get to the part where it's not just crippling. I know he's working on it. I know that it's gonna get better, and that it wouldn't have been any better with anybody else. I just really needed things to start working again. They're still not. I mean, I owe more in taxes this year, which is just more debt that I can't pay. And I have to pay. It's just another $100 or so a month that I can't afford. So no, I guess I really don't regret voting for Donald Trump. I just regret that his changes didn't come sooner. I just need relief. I need the good things to start coming. I know it's coming. I just need it sooner rather than later right now. Good vibes, everybody. Thank you. And yeah, thanks.
You know, I'm convinced one of the biggest problems in America is rural people who never leave the town they grew up in. I'm 100% convinced of this. I grew up in a very small rural town, and the people who never left that town, they're all Trump supporters. Like, the people who grew up in that town, never left, got a job in that town, will probably live in that town their entire lives, and will probably die in that town. They're all Trump supporters. Anybody I know who left that town, who left and got a life and went to a city, is not a Trump supporter. I'm a firm believer that these rural towns with less than 10,000 people in them, where bigotry and hatred is just the norm, these towns are the main reason for bigotry and hatred. I think we need to have like an exchange program in high school, where high school kids from these small rural towns should have to spend like a year going to school in a city so that they actually meet somebody with an idea that's not exactly like everyone else in the town they grew up in.